It's about a guy who just suddenly starts turning into a tub. Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Christina, aka Northwest Reader, and this is my weekly wrap-up. I'm late again on my wrap-ups. Again, it's been busy, appointments and stuff like that, and it's just been busy. But this past week, I finished 2 books, so I'm pretty happy with that. So the first book I finished was Wasps in the Ice Cream by Tim McGregor. By the way, this poor copy, oh my gosh, I've never bent a book so much in my life. I would scream every time I bent it because I kept taking it wherever I went and to try to read it. And this poor book. Anyways, I think I'm going to give it 4 stars. I enjoyed it quite a bit. It's so coming of age. This is like the truest form of coming of age. It was a lot of fun. And it's funny, like, I highly doubt there's going to be a sequel to this or a follow-up, because I don't know how you would follow up with it. But I want there to be. I don't want the story to end, you know. But it takes place in the 80s where a teenage boy and his friends pretty much pull a prank on these 3 sisters who are considered outcasts and stuff, and just their family is kind of weird. The main character, he becomes very fascinated with the middle sister, and her name is George, and it's just about that, and it's very smitten. But there is a reveal at the end, which I thought was done really well. I don't know, I found it so enjoyable. This isn't scary hardly, like, it had spooky moments, but I wouldn't say it's scary at all. But it's definitely full-fledged coming of age. It gave me the same feelings as reading Wormwood by Tim Meyer and Chad Lutzke. It gave that same type of vibe. Or Mike Thorn's Shelter one. I can't remember the top of my head, but I will put it here. Those are a little bit more horror and stuff, but it gave me the same feeling. I didn't absolutely hate being in this teenage boy's head. It felt just like, I don't know, it just like made me feel warm inside, and I don't know how else to put it, but I enjoyed it quite a bit, and I'm happy I read it. I highly recommend if you like coming of age. I don't know how many times I gotta say that, but yeah, it was enjoyable. I love it. I love it. It had me smiling, but the ending, it just made me want more. I want to know more about their storyline. I was very invested in everything from this, and it made my heart ache at the end. So yes, I finished it and I really liked it. Yeah. So the other book I finished, it was actually a NetGalley book, and it's Fight Tub by William Pauley III. Yeah, obviously it's a little kooky and stuff, and just, it's funny. It's a body horror comedy, and it caught me off guard. I think I gave it like 4 stars. It was so much better than I was anticipating. I don't know what I was expecting. I just thought it was going to be like a spoof of Fight Club or whatever. And it is like the tiniest bit, but it's only called that because the movie is mentioned quite a bit in the book. But it's about a guy who just suddenly starts turning into a tub, like growing spigots and spouts and stuff from his body. So there is a lot of body horror and stuff, and I liked it. I think you should try and check it out. The audiobook is what I was approved, and the audiobook is done really well too. Very easy to read. But yeah, it's just a really kooky story. And it's him trying to find love and work dynamics, like the struggles with that. And there was a reveal at the end, and it was just very goofy. And I enjoyed it quite a bit. So yeah, you should check that one out. And then I did finish I don't know if I mentioned it. I know I went in more detail about this book in the last video, but Triceratops and Bottoms by Lola Faust. I think I gave it I didn't give it the highest rating. I gave it like 2 stars or something like that. And that was mostly based off of the formatting of the ebook because it was just so hard to read. And then there was like an extended, shorter story at the end. I don't know if I mentioned it, but it was a T-Rex it's about this woman who meets a T-Rex online and they meet up and stuff. It was just super, it's cheeky, it's funny, not to be taken seriously, obviously, but it really wasn't that bad. Like, it was, like, it grossed me out a lot, and the ending was just like, what the heck? Like, it's super wild, but I love weird, wild, gross stories, so it did its job, but more so just the formatting of it was just rough, and there were some parts where I was weirdly just not interested, but I give a lot of respect to the author, because I posted on TikTok of just my like, so gross, because I just, fluids are not, no, that's a no for me. I didn't realize how much of the no it was until this book. But she commented on my video and said like, yeah, this is like even extreme for me. It's like my really super spicy, beyond spicy. And it makes me respect the author even more that they didn't take offense to like my comments. And I don't know, I really appreciate that, because it's very easy to take offense to pretty much anything and everything, and it's just my honest opinion. And there's people that type of stuff, it doesn't faze them whatsoever. Like, certain things don't faze me, but just something about that is just ugh. So I have mad respect to Lola. I'm going to definitely check out the rest of their books just because of that, because of just respecting the viewer or the reviewer, and just not taking things too personally. And I like that. You don't ever see that too often. So yeah, those were the ones I finished, and I have to write up those reviews, of course. What I would like to finish is probably the manga I had picked up. I'm like halfway through. I need to finish. I would like to finish Eric LaRocca's book with like the bird on it, because I'm halfway through that. It's like I'm halfway through a bunch of books I just need to just finish. And then I have a few arcs I need to read, and I think that's it. Anyways, so a book that I had pre-ordered that finally came in, and if I talked about any of these, I am so sorry, but Sister Maiden Monster by Lucy A. Snyder. Don't know a ton about it. I just saw BDSM on the back, so. But I look forward to reading this. And the cover, it's funny. Online, I didn't care for it, which is interesting because this is like my aesthetic. But in person, I appreciate it so much more because it looks so much better in person, because you can really see the detail, and it's gorgeous. And on TikTok, I don't know if I talked about this. Again, I'm sorry. On TikTok, there was a person who posted a video of her, I want to say it was their dad, and they have written this book for years. It took them to finish it, and then he finally finished it, and I purchased it because I just want to show support. Stone Maidens by Lloyd Devereux Richards, and it's a thriller. It's like a crime, FBI forensic serial killer type of thing. So I'm interested. And I'm always down to support authors, especially like older ones who don't know how to use social media and just trying to get out there. So I got it. This chunker. So I did a buddy read with Spookish Mom, me, and Ashley from Nightworms, and then like a bunch of people that she's friends with online. We did Adam Neville's The Vessel last time. It was super short, quick read. Well, we decided sometime, I think starting in April, next month, we're gonna break this up in chunks. But Last Days by Nevill. And this thing is thick. It's almost 500 pages. Oh, it's over 500 pages. I'm a slow reader, so, and it seems like everyone in the group is super fast. But we all agreed to like break it up into chunks, which please, like please. So I look forward to it. I don't really know a whole lot. I think it has something to do with a cult maybe, but I don't want to look too much into it. And another book that I just absolutely am obsessed with the cover. And I'm not one for YA, but I'm going to give it a chance. I really am, because it's just, it's gorgeous, and just, it's yeah, it's cool. But it is The Getaway by Lamar, Giles. Gorgeous. Absolutely love it. And then under the cover is really cool. Under the jacket. It has the face. And it's so pretty. I love it. But I think it's something to do with kids, amusement park or something. It's the end of the world or something. They're trying to survive or something like that. I don't know. But I had my eye on this for a while. And this was the last copy at my Barnes & Noble, so I picked it up. And this book I've been interested in. Someone Who Will Love You in All Your Damaged Glories. Stories. Raphael, Bob-Waksberg. Yeah, different stories of a young engaged couple forced to deal with interfering relatives dictating the appropriate number of ritual goat sacrifices for their wedding. Like, just a bunch of little goofy things like that I'm all for. I like weird, so this is for me. And finally, the one, of course, that is full on my aesthetic, everything I love, on a cover. Big Swiss. Jen Beagin. I haven't looked underneath the jacket. I like yellow and blue, or orange and blue together. I've always loved that color combo. But here it's super weird and something about sisters, and I don't know, but I love it. I love it. And I look forward to reading it. I have a lot of strange feminist rage books I need to read. I have so many now. So I think that's pretty much it with all the books that I have read, I plan on reading, and I hauled. What I plan on reading is, like I said, the manga, LaRocca. Would really like this. I just put it down and just never picked it up again. And it's just short stories, so that's why it's easy just to put it down. Looks like I have like 2 stories left, but really good. This is really good. And yeah, and I just have a bunch of like NetGalley stuff, and I've had a few people hit me up for a review, so I got a bunch of stuff I need to do. Plus, I'm just busy busting out these designs. That's keeping me super busy. It's funny because it comes in waves. It's really bizarre. I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like with Etsy too. When I'm filling orders for Etsy, that's when I, like, in the middle of filling them, all of a sudden I'll get a bunch of orders. Exactly when I'm doing it. So when I'm in the middle of, like, I'm almost done with a project, then people are hitting me up. So I had a couple of reveals, I think, this week. At least one. And I enjoyed making it so much. It was a lot of fun. It was very challenging because we had one design in mind, but then we had to pivot and go a different route. So we went that route, and I'm happy with what came out of it, especially in a short amount of time. And now I'm kind of helping out another friend, their cover design. So it's just so much fun. Oh, and my son, he went to a follow-up appointment with his neurologist, and he said that he is doing so much better. Like, he has improved quite a bit, especially with his social skills, which is, thank goodness, so good. And just encouraging for a mother with a child on the spectrum. But it makes me feel like I'm helping, if that makes sense. And but we're having like all these stupid issues with insurance and everything, like a headache. So I've been dealing with that this past week too, and it's been putting me in a mood. It's making me cranky because I hate dealing with all these freaking hoops you have to jump through. Anyways, I think that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you like, please give me a thumbs up. If not, that's fine too. You can subscribe if you want. I just talk about books, art, my design stuff, my family life sometimes. And I'm still sober. I don't know how, but I still am. I'm a year and a half now, so. Oh, and then next month, or this month. Oh my gosh, it's this month. At the end of the month is AuthorCon at Scares That Care. It's so exciting. And I'm still nervous. I said I was nervous last time, but I'm very much so still nervous. God help everyone at this convention that I run into. I can't control what I say half the time. Okay, that is it. Thank you so much again for watching. I appreciate you, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.